towel to cover up this light coming in through yonder window breaks. Let me grab something quick. Good morning, everyone. We're gonna take care of this light right here really fast. Ta-da! And nobody's even here yet. See? No harm, no foul, no issue. Sunday morning, hanging out. What's up, Clint? Just figured I'd jump on this morning for a little bit before I get going for the day. What are you up to? Did you have a good weekend? I did some indoor disc golf putting with some buddies yesterday, but it got wild, so I didn't really even have a chance to record, which is fine. Don't always need to record everything in life. Sometimes you just need to live life and have some fun. Not bad. Not bad is good, right? Still trying to get this little burr. Probably need to go in with a heavier grit. Just the tiniest, I'm not sure what I caught it on, but everything was really good except for one little spot. You know how that little spot goes. That's when you're making a cut and it catches. I did even see Master Jared, Neves Knives, Master Sharpener, was even talking these little field sharpeners out. He was talking them up because they're great. They work really good for just a simple, you just need to do a quick little edge on something versus a reprofile. We're getting there. My eyes don't work so good, so I need to get magnification or my, what are they called? Cheaters, in order to see burrs and stuff on the edge. That's the one thing with age is my eyes are starting to go. I've had really good vision all my life, and then you hit 40 and they start, all of a sudden stuff starts getting a little blurry. Good morning, Justin. How are you today? What's the good word? Mine too. Yep. I notice my ears also, like if I'm facing this way and someone's behind me, sometimes I can't hear them as well either. Body's starting to slowly kind of fall apart on me. I get sore for no reason. I woke up, slept good, then woke up and I'm like, why is my neck sore? Oh, because you slept. Didn't sleep weird, just slept. Welcome to real life, right? I'm going to do a couple more passes on there. What's everybody looking at for new knives right now? I'm kind of on the fence, trying to find some stuff. I did order a couple of things. Justin's sending me something. I bought a knife from Justin recently, so he'll probably get that in the mail sometime soon, and that'll be an unboxing for us in a bit. I don't even remember. He's such a nice young man. He's such a nice young man. Oh, Justin, it's on the way. So it has been shipped. So that'll be an unboxing coming up fairly soon. Stay tuned for that. I also have Fukduzel sending me something. I don't know what. He told me to pick a color. He was like, blue or gold? And I was like, blue or gold? Like, that's so subjective. You know, it was like if it was a dress, what is that golden dress or whatever, what was it? Do you see gold and white, or do you see blue and, I don't remember what that was now. But it was that image, and they had that dress up for a while. People know what I'm talking about. And some people saw it as one color, and some people saw it as another. I saw the gold. Hit the ceramic rod a few times here. Leather strap. Bada boom. We're getting somewhere. See, that's where feels like it's closer up on the. Let me get myself my little cheater eye piece here. Huh. Yeah, it's kind of up. It's like right there. There's just a little spot. I feel like I'm having a hard time getting in that flat, and I'm bringing it around like right in this area right here. Because when it's closer to the edge, it seems to be cutting just fine. Happy Sunday, Joe. What's up just in time? Might have to spend a little more time on that one, a lot of them. You ordered a Flytanium beef. You ordered the beef. Justin's ordered the beef. I look forward to watching your video, seeing what you think about it. I'm looking at maybe spending on one of those, getting one of those new, what is it, North Mountain or whatever makes those, the kickstop. Anybody seen that yet? Where it's the flipper tab. When you flip it open, the flipper tab folds in. So when it's open, it's not sticking out the other side. So like a normal flipper tab like this, you see it right here. You flip it, and now that flipper tab is right there on the front. And the kickstop, they call it. It basically acts as a flipper tab. You flip it, it folds up as it's opening, and then therefore you can't see the tab when it is actually deployed. Anybody order one of those yet? They look cool. And it's on a nice blade, so it's like a cool looking blade in the first place. Crispy Donut Community has a Fenrir 48 on sale in checkout. So it's a crispy donut Fenrir. So is it pink with sprinkles and stuff, or is it, what does it look like? I don't have any crispy donuts. Not saying I'm not into it, but a lot of the fancier kind of designs and stuff, the flashy, those weird Christmassy ones, I'm not really into it. Yeah, I've got this Momo right here. Couldn't not get the Momo. Couldn't not. Black blade, blue handle, no sprinkles. A little bit more my style. Does it have like frag or anything to, like any texture to it, or is it just smooth? Or don't they do this? I thought they did sprinkle, even on their solid colored ones, they still did sprinkle texture. Is that the word? Sprinkle texture? Maybe? Maybe. The seed was another one that was not as sharp. Milled, like a milled texture. No sprinkles. Blade HQ was, man, what's up with Blade HQ? They want to have crispy donuts, something, but then they don't want to follow, like, get out of here. Get out of here. Let's test this seed. Not terrible. You know what I was noticing when I was cutting with the seed? I was getting problems like that right there. But I have a feeling that, okay, there was a little bit of edge. What I was doing is I was coming in to make cuts too high up and catching the end, and then it doesn't always take a good bite when you get in the finger choil. So you got to start a little higher up. And so it's actually sharper than I thought it was. when I initially did the sharpness test. I was just kind of getting in a little too close to the choil. Morning, Kathleen. They don't do sprinkles anymore now that they're Voyage knives and they have a different website. So they've kind of changed it up. How was your weekend, Kathleen? What's up, Ground Fog? Sharpen up this seed just a little bit and see if we can notice any difference. I'm actually really liking this little field sharpener from Work Sharp. I mean, you don't always need a lot. When you're just doing these little touch-ups and stuff, you don't need a huge system. Those systems work great if you're reprofiling or really trying to put a nice mirror edge or something like that on there. But if you don't cut with your knives a lot, which I cut but not a ton, please show how to sharpen. Humble mumble. I am using a Work Sharp Pro right here. It has 200 grit on one side, 600 on the other. The 200 grit is basically only for if you need to do a little more reprofiling or really kind of redoing that edge. But if you have a fairly decent edge already, you can basically just skip the 200, hit it with the 600 maybe a little. Then you have a ceramic rod on the end, which is even finer, and then a strop on the other side. But I'll go into this 600 side, and it does have angles. So if you need help holding your angles, you can kind of rest it on there, and it helps you get a feel for where that angle needs to be as you're lining up the knife each time. So you can kind of get it on there, make some passes, and then you basically want to be you're pushing this direction with it. So as it curves around, you're pushing straight with the blade here, but when it curves around, you want to be pushing straight with the tip. So you don't want to just leave it like this. You kind of want to give it a little bit of a twist of the wrist, couple side on one side, couple on the other. This one isn't really dull. It's actually pretty sharp already. So we're just kind of reprofiling it. Or I mean, touching it up. We're not reprofiling. It's already got its edge. We're just kind of touching that edge up, cleaning it up a little bit. And I like to go in on the ceramic, which also has those angles just to give you a little bit of help. Once you've done it a bunch of times, you get kind of in a feel for holding your wrist and hand at an angle that you want. And then we get on the strop. I like to do one or two backwards passes on that leather strop. It was already fairly sharp. Ooh, let it feel sharper. All right, wow. Yeah, that's excellent stuff right there. That was all that needed. So that seed, just a little bit of reprofiling there, and we're set. Everybody these days is a sharpening expert. I am not a sharpening expert. I will admit that right now. What's up, Edwards? People will make claims. I will make a claim that I sharpen knives. I use knives. I can get a nice edge on them, but by no means am I an expert. There are a lot of people out there. I would say go talk to Neves. Watch Neves Knives. Jared has a lot of good videos on sharpening. I would say if you're looking for more of an expert, he's your guy. If you're looking for just some little advice from a humble little dude such as myself that just loves knives, collects knives, you might get a little information, but pretty much doing what everybody else is doing. My best small fixed blade. Oh, it's this one. It's this one. You can't go buy this one. This is the Sheriff right here. 154 cm in micarta with a mirror edge on that blade. Look at that right there. So this was made by the Sheriff himself. He is a Minnesota local guy. I went to Midwest Knife Makers Guild show and saw A lot of cool stuff. Iowa AK came up and went with me, and found this from this guy. Just a crazy looking Warncliffe with a huge blade on it. Look at how shiny that edge is. I've been using it. I don't know if it's still as sharp as it was, but it's plenty sharp. It's just a go-getter. A huge handle for my larger hand. My thumb sits in there good. If I need to get in there and cut through some boxes really fast, this just makes short work. That mirror edge looks sweet. The Sheriff. Yeah, this is a kind of a one-off. He makes several knives. He had several kind of the same style, and this was just kind of like an extra piece that he had that he decided to try something different. And so it's kind of a one-off. If you are interested, I can give you his info, but he's kind of an older guy, that Midwest Minnesota dude that, you know, doesn't really have like Instagram or stuff like that, but he has like an email and phone number, address kind of a situation. But real cool looking guy, just makes some stuff in his garage. Unattainable generally. I mean, you might be able to get him to make one. I don't know if he really makes many of these, or if this was just kind of a one-off that I yanked off his table because I thought it looked really cool. If you're looking for a fixed blade that is something you can just go pick up, a really nice smaller one that I have is the Kubi Quaken right there. This is a great knife as well. The Quaken, this is 14C28N and Ultim. A little bit smaller, more manageable. Got some nice jumps on there. Really good feel. My buddy Lanyard Man sent me this Vero clip that I put on there. So with that slim profile clip, I can drop this in the pocket, and it's really tight and just doesn't take up a lot of space, but really easy access. Get that out, make your cuts with what you need to do, drop it back in there, and you've got a fixed blade in your pocket that literally takes up no space at all. Humble Mumble, I'm from Australia. Much love. Thanks for showing how to sharpen. Literally just bought the same sharpener. Dude, these are great. For 30, 40 bucks or whatever it is, this works good. If your blade is semi-sharp already or it's not too bad, skip the 200 grit side. It's a rough side. It's good if you need to do some serious work, but it's going to take some metal off of your blade. And if you're already semi-sharp, you can kind of skip that. What I would do is, if you're getting into like, oh, I've got a blade, I want to sharpen it, I'm not really sure how much it needs right now, kind of feel it, start off on the 600 side and just make a few passes on your 600 side, you know, and then make a few passes on that ceramic side, get some of your strop compound and put some of that on there, and then give yourself one or two backward swipes on that strop, and then test it, see how it feels, see how it looks. If you start getting crazy on that 200 grit, you might be bringing it back a little bit. Then you have to go in and spend more time on the 600 or on the ceramic rod. So you might end up backtracking a little. So if you start off just giving it a little bit of a touch up, and then you can start to see like, oh, there's a little nick right there, a little notch or a little bird area that you can then go in and then continue to refine and hone. Yep. It is sharp. Will it cut? Will it keel? Right? Not a big fan of Ultim or really any see-through handle materials. That's cool, Justin. Just in time. Everybody has their style, their likes. I'm definitely more of titanium. Frag titanium like this right here, that is my favorite feel as far as every handle that I own. The grip on this Kaiser right there, it feels excellent. Feels excellent. I really like micarta though as well. It's kind of a tough 50-50 between titanium and micarta, but like a really nice micarta handle, just has a great feel, a good grip. Everybody will say, oh, micarta is even good when it gets all wet. Not often, where I'm making a lot of cuts and then everything gets soaking wet and I'm still cutting. But it is true. Micarta does still retain its grip when it's wet. when you get a nice inlay, like on this Tuckamore. The black is all titanium with a little micarta inlay. That's just the twofer. That's the twofer kill right there. I've got it. I love it. The Tuckamore from Concept is definitely one of my favorites. Really nice action on it. Feels great in the hand. Can't swap the clip to the other side, but I don't care. I'm a lefty. Still feels awesome. One of the nice things about being a lefty and having a knife that you can't swap the pocket clip to the other side is, so now I'm forced to have the clip on that side, which means when I grab it in my hand, the clip is not in my palm, the clip is out there. So when you grab it like this, it actually feels really nice because the clip is not getting in the way versus like a lefty knife, like my Fenrir here. This is a full lefty custom. When I grab that, now the clip is in between the handle and my palm, so you can feel it. More often than not, it has a good feel. It doesn't really obstruct or seem to get in the way. But then when you realize, like, ooh, when it's on the other side and then you grab it, it seems like it's even less in the way. So ultimately, bada bing, bada boom. Cracking knives, brother. What's up? Brighton? How's it going, Charul? I debate switching pocket clips a lot. Yeah, if generally most knives, if you can swap it to the left side, I will swap it. But there are many knives that I purchase that are not a swappable. You do not have that option, and it doesn't stop me from picking up the knife. No option for a lefty clip on this artisan cutlery. So I have quite a few of them. I also have pants that have pockets, that have secondary pockets. So this is my main pocket, but then there's a secondary pocket in front of it. And so this is a fixed blade, of course, but if I take that righty clip, because you know, like if you put a righty knife in your pocket, on your left pocket like so, what can happen is now you put it up against the seam, but the blade can get loose and go like that. And so when you put it in this way, now the blade is against your seam, and you can't accidentally have the blade kind of do one of these, and then you go in your pocket and cut your hand. But with this secondary pocket that's got this little cutout right here, if I put the righty clip knife in that pocket, now the blade can't open because it's hitting this seam on this side. I still have full access to this pocket without having to worry about it. But that blade, because there's a seam right here, it is now locked in. So I can put it on my left side. I can still reach in there and get it out and open it without a problem. So that's pretty sweet. So Tactical Distributors, McQuaid jeans have all these extra bonus pockets. The third pocket there. Yeah. The secondary or the side pocket and the back pocket. So if you want to carry a bunch of knives, check them out. Afternoon, Kevin. How's it going? Kevin from the UK. Right on. Arif, new here. What's going on? Good to see you. Just hanging out a little bit, talking about some knives, just getting going. Not really morning anymore. I guess it's 10 a.m. I got my Red Bull here. Got some things to do today. Couple lives coming up. I know Tri-State goes live at 10 on Sundays. Who's going to go watch some of that? I have some videos I need to make. Played some disc golf with some buddies yesterday. Out running around all day at the brewery. Had a couple nice cocktails. Came home, had a box or two in the mail. Didn't get to doing the unboxing because I got home. I was hungry. Love your channel. Thanks, Kevin. Stupid starving. Well, you know what? That's not a correct statement there, bud. Because this is long hair, don't care. And I'm a hair farmer. Let me tell you what. If you are over 40 and you don't have a bunch of gray hairs and you don't have a receding hairline, farm it out, bro. Farm it out. I'm into it. This is my COVID hair. And let me tell you what, girls don't mind at all. I do just fine. So, not saying the ladies are lined up out the door, but I'm busy. I don't always have time. They get a little time here and there. It's the best indicator of health. Long hair, healthy, right? Hey, dude, long hair, I'm telling you what. That was unnecessary. You don't bring up, that's not a topic of discussion here. Like, oh, I have long hair, so I'm trans. Like, have respect for everyone in the world. I mean, even if that was the case, we're talking about knives here. This is a knife channel. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's totally fine. What's up, Vadim? Or is it Vadim? Not that you'd be able to type that. You could type a phonetic spelling. I would almost say it's Vadim. Sorry if I'm incorrect, though. I try to get people's names right. It's not always easy to do. Bruh, 80s, 90s rock, bro. That's what's up. I didn't have long hair through high school. I did have long hair for a little while in college. I was on the swim team, but it was never this long. I think I maybe got it to almost to the shoulders or whatever at the most. And then COVID hit and Vadim, probably. And yeah, COVID hit, didn't get a haircut. Next thing you know, I'm farming out here. Thanks. It's a decent collection. We're missing a couple shelves down there. I got some crazy stuff hidden throughout. Because why wouldn't you have a big old doll strong on the floor right there next to it? People ask about some karambits once in a while. I got a couple of those. Double-edged, serrated, fun. Not something I carry as much. Got some old fixed blades. I got this old SOG. What was this called again? SOG. You got to remember your children's names, Dan. Seal Pup. SOG Seal Pup. I think I got this in like 2007. John's got it. Seal Pup right there. He was on it before I was. A couple of these old ones. I got this one early 2000s as well. The CRKT First Strike with the wrap, full tang, beastly thick. Some of these fixed blades I didn't really use. My other one I picked up back then, the Cold Steel Kobun. This one's just fun. Just looks like a mini sword. Your hair is great. All personal choice. Going out on the kayak. Kathleen's going out on the kayak. We got snow all over the ground here. Opinions on D2 steel. I like D2. I have nothing wrong with D2. Is it a premium steel? No. But is it a user? Yes. I have some knives like this Rosecraft. Stinking Creek sow belly. This is a D2, kind of an old school slip joint knife. Really nice looking blade. D2 does well. One that I used to carry all the time, the SOG Terminus. SOG Terminus is a great budget at $50 with the D2. Excuse me. It works good. It opens easy. Do you have a CRKT Clever Girl? I don't. I have some CRKTs, but I don't know the Clever Girl. Kevin, what do you use to sharpen your knives? I mostly do touch-ups, so I usually just use like this little WorkSharp Pro Field Sharpener. I also have some ceramic stones. There it is, this old Smith's. I've had this for like 20 years with these ceramic rods that you can rotate to different angles. But these work great. I mean, you just go in and just go back and forth 40 times like this, switch it to the other side, do 40 more. That is early 2000s. That was a great pickup. You can get hair shavingly sharp, no problem with that. Generally, I don't have to do a lot of reprofiling or heavy sharpening because I have so many and I'm always carrying something different. And so since I don't have to sharpen as much and I maintain. So if I use a knife, I carry a knife for a day, I might only make a dozen cuts or whatever. But actually, over time, I won't spend that much, a week or two, and I'll just go in and I'll be like, all right, I did cut a few things with it. I'll go in and just kind of just do a couple little touch-ups, and that'll get it back to where it needs to be. Benchmade Volley is a good knife. Benchmade makes some good stuff, but they just overcharge. Yo, Finally Alive, I actually like. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm just chilling out today, just talking about a few knives that I own in my collection, just chilling, doing a couple sharpenings, a lot of customizations and stuff on the channel. Benchmade prices are wild right now. Yeah, it's that they, as I said, not that they don't make a good knife, their pricing is wild. Sometimes I wish winter is not 30 below. Yeah, it's been a mild winter here in Minnesota. Not a lot of snow. Basically, the first real shovel I had to do was yesterday. Yesterday it snowed pretty good. Snowed? Sure. Snowed pretty good yesterday, and then I went to warm up the car to go meet up with some friends, and there was about this much snow fluff all over the whole vehicle. So it came off really easy, but it was just super fluffy yesterday. Funny story, 20 years ago, my parents and I went to Bass Pro. I was well into collecting knives. My dad saw a Gerber machete and pointed it out. Mom said, hell no, about a Trident. But when you're an adult, you can go pick up that Jason machete, right? As a kid, I always wanted the Buck 119. You can see it in movies like Scream, some of the older Friday the 13th. It's a solid USA made Buck 119 right there with a thick handle. Just always wanted this. Never got it. Wasn't something that my mom would have said the same thing, like, no, you don't need that. I still want to get a 119. Do it. As an adult, me was like, yeah, it's time. Got it. I'm on it. These are fantastic. I love this knife. It's just great. I saw they had them on, they had a special or a limited one. It might have been Blade HQ, but I'm not sure. But they had one that was S35 VN blade, and then the black section on the handle was micarta. Sick. I think it was like $190 approximately. I may or may not pick that up at some time. It looked sweet. Same with the Buck 119. Now I have 5 for no reason. Ned, have you seen those, the nicer ones? That one that's the upgraded steel with the micarta handle is excellent looking. Excellent. 119 is beautiful price. I own one. Feel like it's the only one I'll ever need. Right. You can take care of this, and this is a great working knife. Going out, doing some camping, some field work, some stuff like that. And then if you've got something crazy that you really want to beat on it or whatever, get yourself like a Mora knife. Cans ball right here. This one's around $40, $50. Beater, full tang on that Mora with a nice beefy. This I could sit here and split some wood and do some work and feel good about it. If you want to get the Mora Basic, put these side by side. Or this is the 5.1, I think. I have 3 Moras on me right now. You can see they kind of all change a little bit. This is the cheapest Basic at like $12. This is like the 5.1, which is a slight upgrade to the Basic. A little bit more rubbery on the handle. The blade is a little bit thicker. And then the cans ball is one of their larger full tangs. These two are not full tangs, so that blade basically stops right about here. Comes into the handle about 1/3 of the way through the handle. But these are inexpensive little beaters around the campsite or whatever. This one's got some use to it. It used to be shiny like this one. This one is kind of a newer one. I picked it up because they're only like $13, $14. Why not grab one, have it in the collection? go out camping, I can put all these in a bag. And then if I'm doing some work and it is infectious, someone else is like, ooh, what are you doing over there? Doing some whittling? I want to whittle wood with you. Can I whittle wood with you? And then next thing you know, we're whittling wood. Right? The Tombs went out of stock. The Tomb. Is that, which one was the Tomb? Is that the Kaiser that looks like the, no, that's a coffin. Wasn't it called the coffin? What's the Tomb? Yeah, the orange one does have an odd sharpening. It's got a secondary, it's a strange shape, but I don't know, so they can have that weight carries out to here. So it's really thick out to there, but then you get a little bit thinner on the tip. So you can use that to your advantage. Sure. Sure. The coffin-shaped one is called the Tomb. Okay, yeah, and that's pretty sweet because they skeletonized the liners. And so imagine this one here. See the liners skeletonized. You see those triangles. They skeletonized it in the shape of a skeleton. So it's like a human skeleton. So the handle is shaped like a coffin. And then on the Ultim one, you can see through it like that. You can see the cutouts on the liner are literally in the shape of a skeleton, full human skeleton. Really cool kind of a design. So in a lot of them, they have some where it's like a G10 or something, you can't see through it. You'll never see that liner. You'd have to look in like through the side and barely be able to tell it's there. But if you took off a scale, you'd be like, oh, there's the skeleton. But they do sell an Ultim version that is see-through like this Ultim Hectare. And you can actually see, it's cool. Favorite karambit? I'm not a karambit guy. So favorite karambit, it almost doesn't fall under, someone was like, it's not a karambit because it doesn't have a ring. And I can say that's incorrect. This is still a karambit, even though it doesn't have a ring. This is the rabbit. This one's gnarly. Does have an assisted opening. But I've used this one actually quite a bit when we go morel hunting in the summer. You get in there and make some cuts. It's just got a kind of nice, fun look to it. If you want to say, oh, well, it doesn't have a ring on it, I want to see a karambit with a ring, I've got this Tucson right here. I've also used this one out mushroom hunting. There's your ring. It's a cheaper Tucson. I've had this one for over 20 years, though. It still works. I don't know if you can still get that. Yeah, it's a talon claw, but it's considered a karambit. This one's really cool as far as double-edged, serrated on one side, super sharp, gnarly. This one could do some damage. I got a couple around here somewhere. Here's one more. Where's that other one I was looking for? Got knives all over the place. This one's nice, just a nice little fixed karambit. Nice one piece wrapped with the paracord. Got a good feel, only sharp on one side, but it's nice. You can, this kind of grip on it, you get in there and just do some tear cuts. It's fun. I only had my first knife for 20-30 minutes. Father had a friend who owned a thrift store. I saw a slip joint, begged my dad, came home. Mom said, mushrooms can evade capture. They can, Milton. I do morel hunting. Morel mushrooms only pop up in certain areas for about 2 or 3 weeks. And they are camouflaged. And there can be, it's funny because you're in a spot and you're looking around and all of a sudden you do find one. You've been looking in that spot for 10 minutes. You don't see anything and all of a sudden you see one. And you're like, oh, got one, guys, boom. And then you go and cut it. And then you turn and then you see another and another and another and another. And it was like they were all right there. You'd been spending 10 minutes looking and you didn't see a single one. And the next thing you know, they just start just appearing. Not that they're popping up from hiding spots. It's just they hide so well in plain sight. She immediately took it away from me. My dad just looked at me like, why did you show your mother? Yeah, I get it. You don't want, I asked my sister. My sister's got a couple boys, so I get to be the cool uncle. And I got them some knives recently. I got some practice knives, not like this one exactly, but this new Spyderco Delica that I just got. This is a trainer kit. So I put this together. This is one of my most recent videos. It was, let me show you, the Delica 4 knife kit. So it was on the kind of punch out model kit. So it's not an actual real knife, but it's the exact same shape and size of the Spyderco Delica, made by Spyderco. It's got the lock right there, push, clicks shut, clicks into place. Blade is solid. It is not sharp. The whole thing glows in the dark too. It does have that Delica textured handle and the logo in the middle there. It's pretty cool. Hulk smashed that like button, says just in time. Must be 1% Filipino. That's possible. I'm kind of a mutt. I have a lot of a mix in my heritage, I guess, what you call it. Any cold steel? I got a couple cold steels, two that I kind of use a little bit. This one's a box cutting machine, the Cold Steel Tough Light with the triad lock. You can see it's got schmutz all over the blade, but this thing, man, you can get it in there tight like this and just cut boxes all day. John, between the Delica and the Endura, I don't really have a opinion. I don't own either of them in the actual real knife form, so I can't really pick one or the other without have had them in my possession for a couple weeks to kind of test and enjoy. I do like Spyderco. I just don't have any in my collection. I'll probably get some in the future. This is the Cold Steel Fin Wolf. I got this on the All in a Day challenge, where I found it, I ordered it, it shipped, it delivered, I unboxed it, and I made the video all in one day. I live in the metro Minneapolis area, so I have access to, like, Amazon will have like Prime Day free delivery that day. So you kind of go in, you just type pocket knife, delivers today, and then look at what is available, pick something and order it all in a day. Fin Wolf is actually not a bad looking knife. Haven't used it much. I got this old Cold Steel Kobun from years ago. Probably 2007, I think, is when I picked this up, just because I thought it looked like a cool looking, smaller, like, pocket katana. So I had to have it. Spydercos are expensive. There's so much out there. Exactly. And my kind of top that I will spend on a knife right now, I'm in that 200 range. A lot of the Spydercos that I like are going to be pushing that 300 range. So I'll get there. I just haven't. I'm working on it. I don't have tons of money, so I'm kind of limited on my purchases. I budget myself as I can, so I got a savings and stuff, but I try to save up specifically and spend on knives. This Cold Steel Kobun, the miniature katana, just in time, it's super cool. I love it. I've had it forever, and I enjoy looking at it. Amazon is weird. I live in Massachusetts. I can order some knives with no issue, but I went to buy a SOG flash and it said cannot ship to this address. Yeah, certain laws regarding autos, probably. That's what I'm assuming. I'm working on these. I suck. That was an alarm. I set an alarm yesterday and I forgot to turn it off for today. Benchmades, the only Benchmade I own is the Benchmade tagged out. I think Benchmade butterfly tacks is a little too expensive, so I don't really spend much on them. Humble Mumble. Thank you for the $5. Opinions on Amazon toe knife, runner, squirrel, Kaiser, beaver, hare. Thinking of getting one of them. Also, thanks for answering your questions before. Well, I don't know exactly toe knife, runner, squirrel, Kaiser. The Kaiser's fixed blades are cool. The Kaiser beaver and the hare are both fixed blades. I would also recommend checking out the Kaiser muskrat. That's a cool looking fixed blade. And the Kaiser Milita, if you're looking at fixed blades, Kaiser Milita fixed is a nice one. I'll definitely recommend Kaiser over a lot. Out of all the knives in my collection, I think I have pushing 35, 40 Kaisers. Kaiser has sent me a few knives, but I definitely keep my opinion as how I feel about it. So I order a knife from a company, I test it out. If I enjoy it, I appreciate the price and the quality that I've got, I will then give them another look and perhaps buy another knife. And Kaiser, I've done that 30, 40 times. Definitely, I like it. Neil says he's got a toe knife, Nova. Good little fixie. So there you go, Humble. Maybe that one might be good to check out. I apologize, I haven't had that one before, so I'm not really sure. I know that the beaver, the hare from Kaiser, though, those are great. What else do I have? I have a Kaiser. Whoa. This is the Groom. A smaller, kind of a thicker handled knife from Kaiser. And then, where is that other fixed? I have stuff scattered about the house, and I don't know where it is. Definitely, though, check out the Kaiser Muskrat, the Kaiser Deckhand. I don't know if you can remember these, but yeah, the Muskrat, the Deckhand, the Beaver is a newer one. What is that other one that they make that's pretty sweet? Also, if you're looking at smaller fixed blades, this is that Kubi Quaken. If you don't like Ultim, you can get it in a different handle style, but the Kubi Quaken has a nice slim clip. I put that Vero clip on there. You could put an Ulti clip on there and get it in the pocket nice and tight, but it's a smaller, nice little fixed blade. I would definitely recommend for sure. Kaiser's great. Just in time, just got the Boo Guy and 3V for $45. 50% off. Yep, I've got a Kaiser Boo Guy right here. Nice little fun knife with a big belly to it. Boom. Neil, got to get moving. Not motivated, just moving. It's my Monday. Back to work later all. Thanks for hanging out, Neil. Yeah, I got to get going on some stuff too. I just wanted to jump on, go live for a little bit. Figured I'd only do like a half hour. Here we are pushing 45 minutes already. Joggins, new from India. Welcome from India. It's a Kaiser Boo Guy right here. Boom. First Boo Guy I got, I actually sent back. I got one. I don't know if the detent ball wasn't pressed in enough or there just something wasn't good about it, but I could not flick it open. I had a hard time. What's up, Wes? And do I know the company Spartan Blades? I do not own one. Spartan Blades, I've heard of them before. I don't actually have one. I'll look into it though. Let me. Spartan Blades. Which model is your favorite, Wes? I'll check it out. I always appreciate input on new ideas. What? Screenshot. Smaller company in Southern Pines. No tactile either. I have handled the tactile Nyko Rockwall. Those are great. I enjoyed it. I would like to get one at some point. They do have some really cool looking knives. Lost VWs also, Wes. Lost VW. Nice. That's kind of fun. I have a Volkswagen 1990 Golf GTI. It's a California car, so it's very little rust. It has some issues with the engine and the exhaust, and I've been wanting to fix it up for a while, but it's kind of just something that's been sitting for the last couple of years, but I'd love to get that thing back in running around. Can you show you some different styles of knives? All right, where do we go? What do we do? How do we start? Flytanium Arcade with the Shark Lock. Shark Lock is a back ambidextrous lock. You can just push down, flip it open, flick it out with the thumb studs, thumb out poorly. Solid standard size style knife from Flytanium, the Arcade, but it does have that super lock on the back, which is really cool. Here's the Concept Tuckamore with a solid liner lock on the side. Fuller hole for flicking out. Titanium and micarta handle. Here is a Kaiser Milita. 154 cm on that blade steel. Flicks out really nice. Another liner lock. Got a front flipper on there for flipping out. Solid stuff. What's something that would be different? Here's a Kaiser Hawk. This has snap echo technology. It's got an extra little snappy sound when you flip it out. It's got a square detent post rather than a ball. Flicks really nice. Thumbs out easy. Flipper tab. Drops shut. This has M390 blade with a DLC coating and the titanium on the handle. Want a little small, thin, slim profile gentleman's knife. This is the CRKT Compact CEO. If you're looking for something for dress pants, really light in the pocket, a little bit beat up down there, but thin, slim line. Is the Hawk a sheep's foot? Yeah, I would basically call that kind of a sheep's footy blade for sure. Another kind of smaller gentleman's knife, the Kaiser Shot. This one is great. It's got that aluminum that has that brushed look that kind of feels like, oh my God, front flipper, like copper. But another one for like a dressy situation where you want a slim, thin, lighter knife that's also slicey, gets in there and does some work. Looking for a beast? This is a Rough Rider ram's horn lockback cleaver with a huge bump on the top there. Boom, getting in there, doing some crazy work. Got your lockback right there. Half stop. Boom, boom. Absolute silliness. What do you recommend for an EDC? Boosh. I guess it all depends. I like a little bit bigger knife, so like a Kaiser Towser. This is one of my favorite knives. Flicks out easy. Get in there, nice larger knife. Sharp. If you're not looking for something quite as big, go a little bit smaller. Where is my, there, over here, over here. Great basic starter EDCs. You got the CJRB Pyrite. Flicks out nice. About 40-45 bucks for this version right here. Nice button lock. Easy to open, access. Make your cuts, close it up. The Kaiser Drop Bear. This is just a staple right here. Kaiser's clutch lock is about the best crossbar lock out there. The thumb studs flick out, thumb out really easy. It looks like this blade is just loose as can be, but it is solid. No movement, no play. Lifestyle, a stack of jimps all the way up the back of the blade, getting in there doing some work. There's a reason Kaiser has 30 plus stickers of the Drop Bear, because it's a bomb knife. It works good, just does the job. Here's another CJRB. This is the Echo. Echo and the Pyrite are very similar. The Echo does have this front flipper right there. Getting texts. Boom. Lost VW prefers fixed blades, but do have a lot of flippers. Yep, fixed blades could be the way to go. The new Milita, Kaiser Milita is a fantastic knife. Oh, just cuts great. Full tang S35. Oh, now I got my group text blasting. I'm gonna turn that off, or it's gonna be once they start going. But yeah, the Militaw is awesome. Kaiser's doing a lot of cool things with the Militaw. Here's the Kaiser fixed blade Militaw S35 VN and the camo carbon on that handle. We have the full size Militaw, which I just showed a second ago. And this, a lot of different versions of this. This is the 154 CM G10 Mikarudi wood. And then I have the matching mini Militaw. If you want to get them side by side, see the size difference. Get yourself a mini Militaw. A little bit smaller, yet still a solid full size. I have a bigger hand. I can put my middle finger on that and kind of choke up to there and still have a full grip on it. The new Concept Orion coming out. I have not seen that, but I have my eyes on the prize. The Concept Orion, I'll definitely check that out. I'm excited for some new stuff for sure. Blade Show Texas coming up in March, and I'm excited to get to that. If you have not been to a blade show, it's really fun. You get good discounts on knives, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of great people to see and meet, talk to, run around with. I'll be there. You want to help make some videos with me, you just want to get a pocket check, or you just want to just run around and have some fun, I'll be there. Any experience with Flissa or K-Bar? I have a K-Bar Hellfire, scared to open it when I saw Prop 65 warning about cancer. I wouldn't worry about that too much. But I don't have any K-Bars. I want to look at some K-Bars. I do have a Flissa because I had to get it. The Rambo knife. Because why not? And I haven't beat on it too much yet. I plan to. But I bought that Flissa specifically to beat on, test it out, see what it does, how it holds up for a budget kind of knife. Mini Militaw is great. The only one that caught my eye is the gold titanium zirconium one. You got it? That thing is sweet. I want to get, if there was another Militaw that I would get, it's that gold and zirconium one. That thing is sweet. California is crazy. Yeah, if it has the smallest amount of lead, they freak out. I use lead weights when I go fishing. I subbed. Love your knives. Thanks, Steve. A lot of customization and stuff. I haven't even showed off any custom stuff. I like to do things like this as a shipwreck. This was all solid copper. And then I did the shipwreck to it, which is a false patina. Or it's actual, a forced patina, not false. It's actual patina. So that wasn't painted on. That was actually corroded with salt and ammonia to create a cool pattern. I do stuff like that. I do dye projects like this one here where we did the blue dye over the brown to give it a kind of a dirty look, and then I acid etched the blade. I like to do the acid etching on blades. I don't have any more of those in front of me right now. Here's another laser mark I did of a accipiter wing. So it's got those wing feathers on the handle. I do anodizing, so this was all silver titanium, and I anodized it blue with the copper accents on there. Fun stuff. So you're going to see a lot of custom stuff, a lot of unboxings, and just fun, nice shenanigans on the channel. Is that white Spyderco plastic? It sure is. This is the Delica. I just did an unboxing of this right here. So it's a fun little Delica 4 knife kit. It's not a real knife. It's plastic. It's kind of a trainer for kids or for people to kind of learn. It was a fun little 5-minute build. It is solid. It feels good in the hand. People told me to get a Delica. I started looking them up, and then this one popped up in my search because it is a Delica. And I was like, all right, it glows in the dark. Yes, it does have all the textures of a normal Delica and the shape and the feel. I mean, of course, it's lighter. Do I have any traditional knives? I'm assuming you mean like this. This is a case medium Stockman. Got your main blade. Or no, this is the small Stockman. I apologize. Sheep split blade. Here's the medium Stockman. Nice little case Stockman. This one's a little bit larger. I got a case Muskrat right here. What's up, Keith the Knife Freak? I have some, I know, Rosecraft is kind of a newer traditional looking knife. This is the Stinking Creek sow belly with the stag and that cool looking handle. This just has an old school look style to it. Nice solid half stop. Of course, I've got a couple Buck 110s. This is a 50-year-old Buck 110. It's got the 2-dot USA logo right there, which means this was between 1974 and 1979. Thank you for subscribing, Dirty, Gabriel, Steve, Calibre, and Ryan, all at once. Whoosh. Welcome to the party. A lot of fun stuff. We go everywhere. We go everywhere. I will have silly things like this. Absolutely ridiculous. Almost unnecessary, but fully necessary. Got your folding hatchet right there from Rough Rider, because why wouldn't you have a nice half-stop folding hatchet? Got to. You know, if you want to have a blade that has one, no, I mean two, no, I mean three, no. We'll make it 4 blades. Want a knife that's got 4 blades on it? You're in the right place. Casual Autos. Boker Kalashnikov. This is a lefty Boker Kalashnikov. Not a bad price on these, maybe 50, 60 bucks. Probably get it on Blade HQ. Slams out though really well. Another auto I've got right here, my little Italian stiletto. This was my smallest knife in my collection, and it's a full auto. Italy Inox right there. But it is no longer the smallest knife in my collection, because this is. I'm going to do a shipwreck on that bad boy. Tell me that's not as small as it gets right there. Have a nice collection. Thank you. Thank you, Gyro. I apologize. What's my preference on pocket clip orientation? Tip up, tip down. I have a Buck 110 with a quick stud attached to it. I definitely prefer tip up. Left side carry would be my main, because I'm a lefty, so I'll put it right here. Keeps the blade against the seam on that side, and then that tip up, so when you take it out of your pocket, it's just right where it needs to be, just for that quick fire open, and then just boom, right back in. So my preference is tip up, left side carry. Keith just got the new Kershaw Launch Iridium. Great knife. I've heard good things. I lost a ProTech Godson, that's why, but I have my grandpa's old Latima. Oh, I do have. There it is. I've got this little Boker USB out the front. It's my only OTF. Not a huge OTF or auto type guy, but this one's kind of fun. And it's just the right size. I can just drop it in my pocket like that. Bada bing, bada boom, we're gone. Oh, let's do one more for you. Real slow, get in there, deliberate. Fun stuff. What's up, Marcos from Brazil? Lanyard man, tip up always. The Spanish old school gangster knife. But the horn scales are nice. Truth. I do have a few lefties in the collection. Here's a full lefty Concept Warrior. I like Concept that they make full lefty stuff. So we've got that lefty bolster lock on there. CPM 20 CV titanium and micarta on that bad boy right there. My other full lefty is also a Concept Fenrir. It's got a liner lock, nice front flipper, good action on that, flips out really good. The Fenrir is sweet. Concepts budget model, or budget company, Tenable, now has a Fenrir for like $60. They've got some with some frag patterns on it and stuff. It also is a button lock. So if you're interested into that, maybe check it out. Louis Ziffer. I thought it was Loser. There's a guy who's on here. His name is Lou Zahur. And you're Louis Ziffer. With my eyes, it almost looked like it was Lou. I was like, oh, Lou, I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. What's up? But Louis, welcome. How are you doing? Was that a Cobra Tech OTF? No. No. Where did it go? Oh, that's right. Where is it? It's not there. It's not there. It's right there. This is a Boker. It's called the Boker USB because it looks like a little USB stick. Action is great, though. These are not too expensive. Fun little OTF. You just want to get a little fun little fidgety one. Big fan of Cold Steel's Secure X sheath. They need a good push-off point for extraction, though. I've noticed that the push-off point. I've got my I put an Alti clip on my Kaiser Milita. It's got a great push spot though, right there. You can just get in there right with your thumb and just pop, and it just pops out. But at the same time, you go, that is clicked in there. That is not going anywhere. But you get that thumb little spot, just boom, pushes, pops right out, really nice. I noticed when I put the Vero clip from Lanyard Man on my Kubi, it kind of acts as a little push-off spot. So you just go right there and boom. Actually feels nice. Just right there. Thumb pushes right off of that clip. So that push release is definitely important. How do you feel about kitchen steels being used in daily carry? Anything like VG10 too brittle? I just got a couple of VG10s. This is the Rough Rider Apta slip joint. Really nice looking Warncliffe blade. This has VG10 on it. So now I have some VG10 I can test. I went and bought a few Aptas. Here's another one with slightly different shape and some copper. But listen, tell me that sound isn't crazy. What a slip joint. Thank you for subscribing, Adam. I like the diversity of your collection. Never a dull moment. We got to keep it wild and real. Grab a few of these real quick. Haven't really jumped into too many. Got to have a tack force bomb, right? I mean, I love the gas station knives. They're ridiculous. Don't really carry them around that much. They all have assisted openings because that's how gas station knives should be, I guess. We've got the Valhalla. This thing is just dumb. Just dumb. But I love it. I love it. Got a nice dragon. Of course, you got to have a cool looking oily dragon with scales on it, right? And then, boom, piece de resistance. How do they sell this for like $10? I don't understand. I don't get it. It's not that it's a high quality, item, but the paint on the blade, the way everything works, it's just black. It's just crazy. Which one do I like the most? I'm still kind of settling on this one here. This is the Kaiser Mini Towser K 154 cm on the blade, titanium with the frag pattern on the handle, and then Kaiser's clutch lock, which is the best crossbar lock they make. Real easy to open and close, flicks out nice, thumbs out. Poorly that time. Just feels great in the hand. I love it. It's just a solid feeling knife. The jimps go up there on the handle. You can get up there tight on this choke up spot and just do some work. Why did you buy that? Because it's cool. This guy knows what he's talking about. One knife I missed that I had back in the days, the Gerber Guardian adjustable retention sheath was knife. That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar, the Gerber Guardian. It was christened in mermaid blood. right? Right. Well, I'm going to get some stuff done. I got some videos and stuff to shoot today. I'm going to do some regular lives. Usually I'll do one on the weekends, like Saturday or Sunday morning like this. I'll do one Monday after work, Friday after work. I do my regular lives that are horizontal on Thursdays. Always got unboxings and customizations going on. A lot of fun stuff on the channel. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll see y'all soon. Stay sharp.